Well. What's up, guys? We're back. We're back again for week 11 now, I believe. Week 10 was a little rough. Shout out to Gators basketball for making their debut the other day as well. We are back in classic fashion, letting freshmen drop 30 on us and shooting 25% from three. So that's cool. Excited for the rest of the season, but tough way to start for sure. Not as tough as what I witnessed last Saturday. Broke a little bit inside of me. I'll be honest with you. Last Saturday felt like I was having a really big fight over nothing with my girlfriend, and you just had to take a couple days off, realize it was bullshit, and that you still love her. So I'm here again. I went 2-5. Going to kind of trash the record. This month, the record has not been great. I'll be honest with you. Over the last 4 weeks. That brings us to 48, 38, and 1. 49, 38, and 1. My apologies. Click this. Oh, it's working. 56%. You know, we're making money, not a lot, and not where I need to be. These 2-5, 1-5, 2-6, 2-7, whatever records, they got to stop. They got to stop. I'll be honest with you. But I'll get into it. Had 5 losers, as said. Miami, minus 12. Terrible. I talked about Miami banging now, busting later. They're busting now. I don't know what it is with Cristobal having a terrible November record. I don't know what it is with Cristobal about blowing double-digit favorite wins. You know, that Miami always seems to find a way to fuck it up. You can go back over the last 20 seasons for Miami and pick a game preseason that they absolutely should win. They lose it every year. There's always one extra for Miami. And this year, there seems to be a couple extra for Miami. In my humble opinion, your playoff hopes are dead. Even if you guys win out, I mean, you need so fucking much to happen for Miami to have a chance to make the playoffs. It's unfortunate that, they're probably going to give you a little bit of hope going through the rest of the year, just get obliterated by either the committee or the team itself. But unfortunately, once again, you just don't seem to have the factor. You don't seem to have it. I'm not going to speak on the officiating, however that may be. I'm not going to speak on anything else going on with that game. I mean, you just didn't play well enough once again for Miami. So minus 12 didn't have a chance. Money line. It wasn't even there. So that is what it is. Another heartbreaker, Arkansas, Mississippi State under 67.5. This is the straw that broke the camel's back for me Saturday. This one fucking did me in. I thought we had it. Then I see 28 points in the third quarter and another couple scores in the fourth. Sorry, I did not foresee 45 second half points coming in here. That absolutely brutal. This game was on for fucking 5 hours. It felt like it was insane. That third quarter just, oh my God, fucking 28 points in the third quarter. You absolutely hate to see it when you have an under. Really thought we had a chance. Arkansas defense, Swiss cheese, classic. Had a chance to get a stop, win the game, ice it. Like a minute and a half, 2 minutes left, give up a 4th and 4 for a tutty, and that's just that. That's wraps. That's wraps on all of it. So that was fucking bullshit. I'll be honest with you. If you had the over, good for you. That was probably super exciting to watch. But I had the under. Oh, I'm way behind. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to fix that. That is what it is. Next loss, UNT Navy over 65.5. Navy didn't score enough. That's all that is. Sat on the ball way too much, as academy teams do. They love to burn clock. They usually score a little more. Had a couple chances here and there, but just didn't score enough points. That is what it is. Sometimes you got the totals. You're going to win them or you're going to lose them, and you're going to kind of feel some way or another the whole time. This was one of those games where you kind of felt the under the whole time. It is what it is. I knew 65.5 was a lot of points, and when Mr. Six Year took it with me, we've lost every total we've bet at the same. So that just sucks for me. Wake Forest plus 9.5. This was fucking brutal for Wake Forest. A couple really untimely penalties, killed momentum early, And FSU just kind of beat the brakes off you for the rest of the game. This was unfortunate. A lot of people on the channel were on Wake Forest last week. No one had life even remotely. Everyone's dead this week on Wake Forest. I mean, it was super fucked up. FSU coming into Clemson this week, that'll be interesting to see if they can kind of hold life and keep that going. But my plus 9.5 never had a fucking chance. I'll say that right now. And then the last loss, Kansas, minus 25. This was just stupid in hindsight. I'll be honest with you. This was just stupid. Kansas isn't good enough to be covering fucking 30 points on a P4 team, let alone a G5 team, if we're being honest, a decent G5. So this bet was just stupid. I said it was a historical get back spot for Kansas, being the biggest favorite they've been in the last fucking like 15 years or something in this game. Why did I trust Kansas? There's no way fucking these kids give a shit about that. There's no way in this day and age they care about this matchup. So that was just stupid. They had a chance. They were up 24 pretty late in the game, gave up a late score to kind of, seal the deal for me not covering. But what are you going to fucking do, man? What are you going to fucking do? I don't know. It was a stupid bet. I knew I wasn't feeling it last week, and I fucking punted this one at the last second. It is what it is. It is what it is. That being said, I have two winners. And the first one is the Gators. It's the Gators plus 7.5. This one was a fucking bless. I'll be honest with you. I should be 1-6. Absolutely. I should be 1-6. Once again, not going to talk about the officiating. There's fucking terrible officiating everywhere last week. It was kind of really frustrating, honestly. I feel like I was watching G5 games all day with these refs. Just fucking brutal. So talk about the catch, talk about the holds, talk about the aggressive double clap that got called once and then never again. I still don't understand that rule. But Gunnar Stockton kneeled the ball at the 1 to ice the game and not cover. That's just a bless, honestly. I mean, did I give a shit when it was happening? No. Fuck my unit. I mean, the Gators just lost to Georgia yet again for another year in a row. I mean, it's almost fucking inevitable at this point. Every year, this game gives me a sliver of hope that we can pull it off, and then we just fucking don't. It's every year, every fucking year with this game. I can't wait to beat these guys, and I can't wait to wait another fucking year for a chance at it. But it's every time. It's literally every time, and it's really fucking frustrating. So for going from this, while I'm watching Arkansas and Mississippi State put up fucking a million goddamn points in the second half to blow my spread, and somehow there's still 15 minutes of game left. I mean, it was tough. It was tough to watch. Thank God I hit one. I mean, is what it is. I got one more. I had UNT minus 7. That one felt good the whole way. UNT's offense is fantastic. Glad they stayed hot. Sometimes you see teams break records and then come out next week slow because they got a lot of little Goldfinger. They're feeling a little fat in their britches. But UNT stayed hot, kept hot. Navy is about to travel to South Bend to play Notre Dame as like a 28-point dog. Navy's season is about to go from undefeated to extremely difficult. So we'll see how they handle that. See if, our boys in blue have some resilience. I hope so for the safety of this country. But, we'll see how it goes. There was a lot of other great games. Once again, I feel like I say this every single goddamn week. Ohio State and Indiana just keep on rolling. Both teams covered. Both teams look good. Ohio State was a little tight at half and then just fucking pulled away. Indiana was never close. I mean, Houston, I don't know what the fuck happened there. West Virginia, attaboy. Attaboy, West Virginia, pulling that off. That was crazy. Houston had 5 fumbles, only lost one of them, and 2 picks. So this game could have been way worse, surprisingly. You're a 13-point favorite. You lose by 10, I believe. And the game had a lot more room to go the other way. You almost feel kind of lucky you only lost by 10, which is crazy to say as a big dog like that. Duke Clemson, that game was fucking awesome. That game was fucking awesome the whole way. I mean, big swings, tight moments, down to the absolute wire this game was. That ACC game of the year, maybe. A little Duke Clemson, the fucking awesome watch. Vandy, Texas was super fun. Wasn't as close as you wanted it to be. Vandy put up a fight there towards the end, which they'll probably get a lot of props for come end of the year, it being a 3-point loss. But, wasn't a 3-point loss, man. You guys were kind of getting dogged there. Vandy, is Texas, gonna keep rolling like this through the rest of the year? I don't know, but they picked a pretty interesting time to start heating up here. So get ready for Texas to start working their way into all these fucking end of year conference champ fucking CFB playoff conversations when you really feel like they don't deserve to be. But I mean, Texas is heating up. Army Air Force. This game was a blast to watch. Army Air Force. I only caught the fourth quarter, I believe. Army hits an absolute bomb as like time is expiring to fucking set themselves up for a field goal and win the game. Little walk-off field goal academy, fucking 2017. I mean, come on. That's a blast always. Minnesota, Michigan State to OT. One of only 2 overtime games last week, I believe. It was Miami SMU and then Minnesota, Michigan State. That was dogfight. Don't mind that. We spoke a little bit about the intra-state Michigan matchups. CMU, Western Michigan, tight, hard all game. Western Michigan making a late game rally for the comeback and win, and then holding out on defense with like 2 minutes left to starve off Central Michigan. I mean, fun game. Can't complain about this shit. Kentucky, Jesus, man, 10-3, gross. I didn't see a lick of this game. I didn't see a second of this game, but that's a gross score. And it's got to feel good to be the reason Hugh Freeze is fired. Normally people wait for like a bye week or something. Nope. Hugh Freeze is right out of there. You lose 10-3 to Kentucky, you're gone. When you're already on the hot seat, that's not a good combo for you. So Kentucky, I mean, they're about to go play the Gators this week, host the Gators even. God, if we lose that game, I don't know what the fuck to say. But we've already fired our coach. So what's left? Utah, good Lord. A lot of people were on Cincy last week. A lot of other people were on Cincinnati to cover. Or my bad. A lot of people were on Houston. Houston and Cincy were big smashers for the records last week on the channel. Utah just obliterated these guys. Smoked them. So good on Utah. It's nice seeing the Big 12 a little bounce back. It was feeling a little lopsided, I'll be honest, at the beginning of the year. So it's nice to see a little back and forth action between some of these guys. And then Oklahoma, great showing from Oklahoma after a couple tough losses to come out and, win a game against a nice opponent. Tennessee, I have no idea what the rest of your season is about to hold. But Oklahoma is at least still alive for now. That being said, week 11. Yeah, there we go. All 3 Friday night games are fun. So once again, if you're not out on the town Friday night, tune in to some Friday night ball. We got 3 of them, some G5, some P4. They're all going to be fun to watch. That being said, we got matchups really kind of all over the place. It's a spotty week. This week looked great preseason and has really lost a lot of luster as the season went on. Same with last week. Honestly, it's tough that preseason didn't really pan out as much as a lot of people thought it would, because this week and last week would have been fucking amazing if it had. We've got Indiana at Penn State. Will Indiana keep rolling? Will Penn State keep sucking? I don't know, but that'll be a cool watch. BYU Texas Tech is a top 10 matchup right now, I believe, and that's going to be a blast. More Big 12 blast action. Vandy Auburn is going to be a lot of fun. Bounce back for both teams. Fired coach game for both teams. Now that Florida's covered, that is 7 out of 9 coaches fired covering the next week. We've got LSU and Auburn playing games after fired head coach is going to affect that record. But we'll see if that trend stays alive with Auburn. FSU Clemson, we spoke a little bit about more earlier. That spread is tight. I don't know what the fuck to think about either of those teams. Probably going to be a lot of fun to watch. LSU Bama, another one of those fired head coaches game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to take LSU so bad, but I don't know what the fuck to think about either of these teams. Bama keeps winning, but seems to be getting more and more dicey. LSU just hasn't fucking proven anything to anyone all year. So I couldn't touch that one, but I'll tune in. Yeah, I'll tune in. Nebraska, UCLA. I don't really know why I wrote this one down. I'll be honest with you. It should be a fun game, but it's probably going to be a little boring. I'd say a little boring, but a little tight. A lot of these mid-range Big Ten matchups tend to go. And then Iowa State, TCU, another Big 12 banger. That being said, though, the G5 is on fire this week. The G5 is on absolute fire this week. I'm just going to rip a couple off. So excuse me if I miss you. But we got Temple Army, Southern Miss, Arkansas State, Bowling Green, EMU, UAB, Rice, LA Tech, Delaware, FIU, Middle Tennessee, Tulsa, FAU. I mean, there's 16 single-digit spread G5 games this week, this Saturday. So not including the week games you get. You get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on Saturday alone, 16 of the 19 G5 matchups are single-digit point spreads. Dude, the G5 is where the action's at this week, I think, in my opinion. We got great P4 games, a couple nice SEC, Big 10, Big 12, ACC matchups. But the G5, I mean, fucking 16 single point spreads? I don't know what to fucking think about that. But I'll be tuned in. I'll be watching. That being said, let's get to the bets. Am I at UF or am I at bets? I'm at bets. First bet, UF. Again? Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the screen. This is the first time I've tried doing this. I'm trying to cut down on editing time because I'd like to go watch that USF game in person this week. So if this has been all fucked up, what am I going to do about it? Not fucking fix it in post, man. It's gonna be the way it is. I got a fucking piece of shit monitor sitting on a broken table, dude. It is what it is. All right. UF -3 at Kentucky. I don't know. The number's too small. I refuse to think that UF cannot handedly win a game this year. I refuse to believe it. All right. Kentucky letdown spot. I don't know who they play next week, but fucking UF has to smash someone by like 21 this year, right? Man, that's not Long Island. They have to. -3. Sure. Cover or don't win. Or no, I'll take a win by 1 or 2. I don't know why I said that. But I'm going to start it off with UF. I'm not going to give you the big in-depth breakdown like I normally do when I talk about UF because I'm kind of done talking about it. This team knows what they have to do. They're going to do it or they're fucking not. The season's over anyway. So just give me a little bit of juice, towards the end of the year. Next, I've got Iowa. Iowa +6. Iowa +6 at Oregon. Or hosting Oregon. My bad. I like Iowa. I said it last week. I was excited to see what this matchup looked like. I didn't really look into it all that much more. I'll be honest with you. This is probably the least research and content I've consumed after a Saturday all year. Like I said, you just, get in a fight with your girl. You got to take a break, man. Go for a drive. Get some McDicks. Just chill. Reset. Get back into it. You still love her? I still love ball, man. So I was going to come back, but maybe the research isn't all there. Anything bigger than like 3.5, I was pretty sure I was going to take when I was talking about this game last week. I like what's going on with Iowa. And Oregon, honestly, I have questions about. I have serious questions about this Oregon team. So I'm expecting a tight nail biter, and I think 6 points is enough to give me life in this one. Next, I've got Missouri State +8 at Liberty. I just don't like Liberty all that much. I'll be honest with you. I know the record's kind of nice. They've been heating up as of recently. But I don't give a fuck that you dropped 60 points on Delaware last week because Delaware betrayed us. Delaware sucks. Delaware folded tremendously once we hit the middle of the year. Minicucci, come on, man. You got to do more for me, Minicucci. And Missouri State, I kind of like these guys. Not all that bad out of Missouri State. Don't let their record fool you. They played some absolute powerhouses, I believe, at the beginning of the year. I may be thinking about another team, but I'm pretty sure it's Missouri State. And +8, I like +8. I almost like Missouri State to win this game outright. But I'm going to ride with the +8 and hope hope the offense comes to play and they don't get 60 dropped on them like Delaware just did. Next bet, got Jack State -1 at UTEP. Fuck UTEP, dude. Fuck UTEP. I mean this. I'm all the way out on this UTEP team, and Jack State, just like Missouri State, I really don't think they're all that bad. You know, they could absolutely disappoint me, either of these teams, and lose by 21, 14. But it's fucking G5 ball, baby. That's G5 ball. And I'm going to bet on a team I kind of like with one of the best, if not the best, G5 running back in the country in Cook against UTEP, who I know sucks. I know UTEP sucks. Undynamic, horizontal is UTEP, all right? Not a good team. So I'm going to bet against them when the -1. It's a pick 'em, dude. It's a pick 'em. Yeah, I'll take that. Next, I've got Texas A&M -6.5 at Missouri. I believe I'm being trapped with this line. I'll be honest with you. I believe I'm being trapped with this Texas A&M line. That being said, I took it. It felt too easy. A lot of other people seem to agree that this line is too easy. I don't know why the line is too low, especially with Mizzou having their backup QB in this game. I know Mizzou's defense is good, but fucking we thought LSU's defense was good too. And A&M dropped fucking 40-something on them. We thought Notre Dame's defense was good, and they got 40 dropped on them by A&M too. So I will ride the hot hand until it is no longer hot. Now, I know I said when I bet against Texas A&M in that LSU game that I don't see a world where A&M just stays this hot through the whole year. This absolutely might be the spot where I get blown up. And A&M just comes out, looks poor, has some bad penalties and turnovers, and loses like a 17-14 game to Missouri. So I don't know. But I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the 6.5. It feels too easy. I'm going to just trust it for right now, which is a mistake, but I'm going to just trust it for right now. Next, I've got James Madison at Marshall, -13. This team is so hot. James Madison, these guys are a ball to watch play. And Marshall has absolutely been spotty this year. I'm betting a lot of away games this week, which I don't totally love, but 13 for JMU. I kind of like that. 13 for JMU. Marshall has been spotty. The defense isn't really, all that rock solid. JMU puts up points and yards like an animal. I will ride JMU. I will absolutely ride JMU here. I don't have a lot of in-depth stuff there. That's one of those lines I saw and I yanked it. I felt good about it. Next, I'm going right back to the well. Right back to the Eastern Michigan well. It's been a while since I've bet on Eastern Michigan, and that's on me. It's time to correct that. I've got Eastern Michigan -2 hosting Bowling Green. A team that has been an absolute disappointment this year. You don't got Harold Fanning Jr. anymore, but he's in the NFL, and your team has absolutely paid for it. Kind of like Boise without Genty. It sucks to lose like 50% of your offensive production in one player. So I'm going EMU. Now, this is a fun fact. This is the second time all year EMU has been favored. And the other one was, I think, week 2, and they were like a 25-point dog to I don't fucking know who, or 25-point favorite. My bad. They did not cover in that game. So I'm hoping EMU can pull off their first favorite cover as a 2-7 here. What about now? Oh, man, dude, this is all fucked up. I'm not fixing it. So it is what it is. This is your first time watching this channel. 1, I don't know how you got here. 2, it's like this every week. So don't expect more, all right? I'm betting on Eastern Michigan, man. Eastern Michigan -2 at Bowling Green, or hosting Bowling Green. See what I'm saying? I like EMU. I bet on a lot this year. And I'm gonna come back to him. -2. Come on, man. Come on, Kim. Next, I've got San Jose State, -5.5, hosting Air Force. I don't think Air Force is all that great. San Jose played great last week. I think they're going to play great again this week. That's all I got for you. I looked up some stats pertaining to this game to kind of confirm my suspicion on the line. They kind of, they looked pretty good. Do I remember what those stats were right now? No, no. So you're gonna have to trust me. You're gonna have to trust me on San Jose State -5.5. But they went all the way out to Hawaii last week and won, covered. So sweet, yeah. I'll take you at home, man. Hopefully you're well and rested, and you're ready to go to war with an academy team, the Chair Force, that just lost in terrible fashion to their arch nemesis last week. And hopefully you win by 6 or more. So, and then the last bet, the ninth and final bet for Week 11, it's going to be Arizona -5 hosting Kansas. Fuck Kansas. Like I said, I had a deep realization on what could possibly convince me to bet on Kansas the way I did last week, and this week I am betting against them. Once again, Arizona, like San Jose State, played pretty well last week, and I think they're going to keep on rolling. I don't think Arizona is all that bad of a team. I don't think they're a great team. I don't think they're all that bad of a team. Kansas, I think, fucking sucks. Fuck Kansas. I'm done with Kansas. No more Kansas this year. Not having it. Not having any more Kansas this year. And I'll take Arizona. So we got some interesting bets. UF -3, Iowa +6, and then Texas A&M -6.5, Arizona -5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 G5 bets. Cool. 5 out of 9 bets G5. A lot of great matchups this week, like I said. So you love to see it. You love to see it. Hopefully we don't go fucking 2-7. If we go 2-7, I will be in the fucking blender. I will be in the absolute blender come next week. So I would love a positive record this week. I feel pretty good about it. Honestly, this is the first time in a while I've actually had a good feel coming into the next week. So hopefully that actually aligns with what happens. That being said, did not have a good week. That would be the boys. That would be the boys. Am I on the boys? I'm on the boys. First of all, underdog recap. No one hit. No one hit. There was a lot of Cincy in there. Wake Forest, Wyoming, Stanford, UF. No one hit. Honestly, I don't think any of the underdogs even covered, which is crazy. It's crazy. So wildly wrong, everyone on the underdog picks this week. It's going to stay the same. It's going to stay the same. I'll put the graphic back up, the leaderboard, just so you guys don't forget. But that is what it is. And the boys, once again, under 40%. No, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah, the boys, once again, under 40%. 14-23 last week on a 38% hit rate. Not good. Not good. Comrade 2-3, Nitro 2-5. Spread 'em once again win 500. Spread 'em's gone 500 every single week. It's kind of wild. But he did have Oklahoma money line at +130, so he actually made money this week. Bulgogi once again, like the only dude to go positive. Biko 2-3, J Money 1-3, Directive and 6-year 1-3. J Money 1-2. My bad. But 14-23 total as a collective, boys. Not great once again. Not great once again. There's a lot of money to be made betting against the call-ins on this channel. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. This is like the 4th week we've had a hit rate of like 40 or 35%. Don't love to see it for you guys. Don't love to see it for you guys. But you're coming back. You're coming back for more. You're coming back for more. You gotta give respect where it's due. There's only one guy who's making money on the channel so far outside of me, and that's Bulgogi. Bulgogi is finished eating dinner and he's back. He's back giving actual input on his plays. He's got 3-4s this week and an underdog. We ready with a timer? Be right there. I'm going to see what Bulgogi has to say this week. I'm going to give it to him right now.
What's up, guys? Bulgogi here. I'm sorry for no video. I just got out of the hospital, walking into the garage, and then I'm going to a friend's birthday dinner tonight, so no video. But just to recap last week, 2-1. That is not a winning week, personally, guys. I do not consider that a winning week. Anyways, for this week, we have UCF +1.5 Friday Night Lights, Auburn +6.5, and then Oregon, Iowa under 40.5. Last but not least, underdog pick, Penn State +500. Good luck, guys.
All right, Bulgogi. All right. Another 3 plays. Another primetime under. Bogogi loves primetime unders. Loves primetime unders. UCF plus 1.5. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I believe Bogogi said this was his whale. This is his whale play. So Bogogi really likes this one, apparently. I don't know why, but he really likes it. So if you want to take that into account, and maybe tail someone, I would probably choose Bogogi, considering he's one of the only guys making money. So Penn State at plus 500, awesome. You take the record for the biggest odd underdog money line. Plus 500 is a new record. I believe it was 475 last week, or 450 was Stanford out of J Money. Now we're at plus 500. So that's cool shit. That's cool shit. I don't see that happening. Could it happen though? Anything's possible, Bulgogi. With you, anything is possible, my friend. So yeah, cool. I don't mind that at all. And then we go right into the people who love to lose money, which is everyone else. It's everyone else. Biko Roscoe, a guy who comes in quick, hard, fast. A guy who makes it happen, has some bets, loses money, unfortunately, more than makes it. He's back again. He's back again. He's not leaving. I'm going to see what he has to say. What do you got, Biko?
What's good? It's your boy Biko Roscoe. I think we went 2-3. Yeah, 2-3. Shitty doo doo baby diaper. And we lost the money line. But you know what? It's a new week, and this just goes out to all the analytical. Oh, this team has the 184th best rushing offense. And they're going up against the 182nd best run defense. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. I look at the board, I feel it in my balls, and I lose or I win. So here we go. Texas Tech minus 10.5 versus BYU. James Madison minus 13.5 at Marshall. Texas A&M minus 6.5 at Missouri. Iowa plus 6.5 versus Oregon. I don't think I've ever seen an Iowa game with like more than 30 points total. So, and then Hawaii plus 225 versus San Diego State. Underdog money line. Book it. Let's have a good week. Let's ride.
All right, Biko. All right, Biko. This is a little scary for me, I'll be honest with you. The fact that we share 3 bets. Iowa, JMU, and Texas A&M. We share all 3 of those bets. So I'll be honest, that's scary for me. That's scary for me. You're getting me hyped up over messages, which I appreciate, bringing me back. But normally when I share bets with call-ins, it does not go well. It does not go well. And 3 of them may be a record out of 1 caller that we share. So, I'm really rooting for us. I'll be honest with you. I'm really rooting for us because, like I said, I cannot have another super down week. I cannot have another super down week. I don't mind them. Obviously, I bet 3 of them, so I don't hate them. Texas Tech, a team that is a wagon and covering this year, sure. Any week you want to bet Texas Tech, I don't think it's the worst idea. I mean, it's better than some other ideas. And then Hawaii, you want to take Hawaii really anywhere. They got a pretty decent squad this year. I don't hate that either, man. I don't hate that either. I would love to see an actual underdog money line hit this week. Last time we missed on all of them. We had a couple hits the next week. So hopefully, that trend stays true this week. Everyone sent in a different underdog. So that's pretty cool out of this week. But it is what it is. Now, Comrade Nichols is going to be the next guy. Unfortunately, he is in the dumps. Comrade Nichols has made it a point to talk about the Blue Jays frequently on this football channel. And they lost a heartbreaking Game 7 in extra innings at home, blowing a fat lead to the Dodgers. You gotta feel for the guy. I unfortunately don't feel for the guy. This guy's an absolute asshole when it comes to sports. I have taken more than enough shit from this guy on teams I root for to not have empathy in this case. Do I like him as a person? Yes. Is he the worst sports fan imaginable on the other end of the table? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Do I feel for Canada as a country? No. God, no. I don't feel for Canada. Honestly, kind of don't like Canada. I'll say it. I'm not scared to say it. Cancel me. Cancel me. I don't really fuck with Canada. But we'll talk about football. We'll talk about football. He's got a pretty big slate this week at a Comrade. I don't remember how you did last week. 2-3 last week. Okay, so not so bad, Comrade. You're coming in with 6 this week. Hope for 500 or positive, but I'll let you kind of get through your motions. See what you have to say. I'll go to you right now.
All right. First, I want to say I'm bedridden. So sick. Blue Jays lost Game 7. Birthday tomorrow. So we're going to see what's going on here. UCF plus 1.5. Space Unis undefeated. Vandy minus 6.5. Colorado WVU under 54.5. UF Kentucky under 44.5. Iowa plus 6.5. Mizzou plus 6.5. Iowa money line. Underdog money line. Pray for me. I'm dead.
All right, buddy. I've never seen someone rip off 6 plays so quick. Fantastic. We got another guy on UCF plus 1.5. Respect to you for betting on your team, especially as a dog. Bulgogi's on your side, and that's his Friday night whale. So you got to feel good about that. Vandy, I don't really know how to feel about that game, but I don't mind it. Colorado, West Virginia under. I don't know if I like that one. West Virginia just put 45 on a pretty decent team last week. And that Colorado has gotten like 45 plus dropped on them like 3 times this year, dude. So I don't love that, but I'll root for you. UF Kentucky, that under, it's probably the best way to lean on it. I personally think that game will go over, but if you were going to go one way or another as an outsider, it's probably the right way to lean. You're with me on Iowa, and then you're against me on Mizzou. So we'll see how you do. I'm cool with letting all of them hit but Mizzou, man. And you took Iowa as your underdog, plus 215. Interesting bet. This is a guy that loves Iowa. This guy, as long as I've known him, has loved talking about Iowa ball. And quick shout out. Happy birthday, Comrade Nichols. Happy birthday. I will give the exact day it's your birthday because I don't know how that would play out in terms of doxing you. But enjoy it, man. It's in the next week here, I'll say that, And, hopefully you're going to go out, getting drunk, man, having fun, hitting up some birds, taking a nice outside vibe on a nice balcony, if you know what I'm saying. Balcony vibes for Comrade Nichols. All right, buddy. Everyone in the comments wish Comrade Nichols a happy birthday. Or, wish him a bad birthday. I don't know. However you feel about Comrade Nichols, explore in the comments. This is the first birthday of the channel, so I want to give it some precedent, Leave some comments for Comrade. I want all the comments about Comrade this year. Type 1-1. I'm talking to you. Give Comrade Nichols a little shout out for the B-Day bash. All right, buddy. That being said, we're going to keep moving. J Money is once again disappointed. Couldn't even call on last week, out there chasing tail on a Wednesday night. Then he goes 1-2. I mean, J Money has still yet to have a big positive week. It's been a couple weeks since J Money even hit the classic 2-1, dude. So I got to see something out of J Money. I'll let him speak for himself. J Money, Mr. Man, what do you got to say this week?
What's up, y'all? J Money here. Hitting a rough patch lately, but that's part of what we sign up for in gambling. Let's get into Week 11. I'm going all Big Ten here for my 3 bets on the main card, with my best bet of the week being the Iowa Hawkeyes plus 6.5 at home against Oregon. Both teams are coming off a bye here, and Iowa is known for keeping games close at home against marquee top 10 opponents, even winning some of those matchups in recent memory. Oregon is not great against the run, and I think Iowa will be able to force a key turnover or have a special teams play to keep this within a touchdown. My next best bet of the week is the Penn State plus 14.5 points at home against Indiana. Sort of a gross contrarian play here, but Indiana has already solidified themselves as a top 2 team in college football. All they need to do is win out, and they're in the Big Ten title game with a chance to grab the 1 seed in the college football playoff. Cignetti loves style points, but they simply don't need them anymore. I think Penn State will have enough here at home to keep it respectable. My next best bet of the week is the Maryland Rutgers over 58.5 points. Both of these teams have had dreadful defensive performances this season and cannot be trusted on that side of the ball, and also have a ton of injuries on that unit. Throw in the fact that both of these teams most likely need to win this game to make a bowl at the end of the season. The offenses will be ready to play. I think this game has sneaky shootout potential. And for my underdog moneyline bet of the week, I'm taking UConn plus 280 at home against Duke. This is obviously a non-conference game for Duke, as UConn is independent. Duke controls their own destiny in the ACC, believe it or not, to make the title game and get into the playoff. True letdown spot here. Best of luck, y'all.
All right, J Money. All right, J Money. I've not given up on you, J Money. I still fucking believe in you, man. I still fucking believe in you. I'm not just saying this because you live with me, man. I don't even know if that's true. You haven't been home in a week, dude. Where are you? What are you doing? You haven't been home in a week. What are you paying rent for, dude? What are you doing? Because you're obviously not researching ball, man. You're obviously not researching ball. I like Iowa plus 6.5, obviously, because I took it as well. Out of the 4 call-ins we've had so far, 3 of them have taken Iowa plus 6.5. That does not make me feel great. I'm really hoping to not have a Cincy Utah situation like we had last week, where everyone's on them and just get fucking blown up. So we'll see about that. Penn State, interesting bet. If there was a week to bet against Indiana, I guess it would be this one with Penn State. And then Maryland Rutgers over 58. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. You know how I feel about Rutgers, and specifically their defense. Cool with it. And then UConn plus 280. Pretty big letdown spot for Duke. Don't hate that underdog money line, man. Don't hate it. So J Money, I'm rooting for you. If you can give me a 3-0, oh man, J Money, just give me a 3-0. At least get back to 2-1. Don't let me see another 1-2 out of you, J Money. But I'll let you do your thing. And I'll keep on moving. Now, a man who's been heating up a lot recently with the big slates, he's coming back in with another big one, which I duly appreciate. Dr. Nitro is coming back in with a big boy. And I kind of just want to see what he has to say. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Dr. Nitro right now.
All right, I got to say something here. Nick, I've recorded this twice now. Every time I record it, it's 2.5 minutes. I will get it down for you, but this will be a longer one than a minute. Also, going after my arch nemesis, Dr. Spread'em. Hey, man, 500 last week. Yeah, you had me beat. I think I was 2-6. But, hey, I think you were 500. We both missed our underdog picks. I don't know. We got to be better. I'm also dropping 8-team slates. Nick, I thought about taking this week off and, a little 3-4 slate action. But, we don't have that many great games. I'm still going with the heavy slate. All right, with that said, USF minus 13.5. I think they keep rolling. Houston minus 1.5. I had them at plus 1.5 earlier in the week. I don't think it matters. It's space game. It's at UCF. UCF struggling this year. It's not picking against my team. It's not the confidence, Nick. It's just they're struggling, and I'm a smart bettor. Georgia minus 8.5 at Mississippi State. Come on. Texas A&M minus 7.5 at Missouri. Another one. Come on. Oregon minus 6.5. Been a quiet team. They're at Iowa. These spreads are insane in my opinion. Vanderbilt minus 6.5. Auburn at Vanderbilt. Auburn struggling. I think that's another easy one. Last but not least, Tulane plus 5.5. I also have Tulane as my underdog moneyline pick of the week. I think the American is a little fun this year, and I think it shakes up a little bit even more to see who makes that conference championship. All right, Nick, under 2 minutes on this one. See y'all next week.
All right, buddy. All right. I'm going to start off by addressing a couple things. One, you're all good, bro. You're all good. That time rule was really put in place for people taking like 2 minutes to talk about like 2 or 3 plays. You want to come in and drop a 7-bagger with an underdog, you got a little bit more time. I'll give you more leniency for dropping 7 plays, man. I put out 7 plays last week, and I'm the host of this channel. So, like, you want to come in with 7, on a Wednesday. Yeah, I'll let you rip for a little bit more time. Also, thanks for addressing Dr. Spreadham. I'm sure he appreciates that. Even though he's your nemesis, it feels more like he looks up to you, maybe. Like a syndrome Mr. Incredible type of relationship. So I think he'll appreciate that a lot. USF, like I said, I'm gonna really try and be at that game. I will probably be with you on the spread. Honestly, UTSA is a pretty sneaky team. They can pop anyone any week. But I like it, and I think I'll be there with you. So if I do get on that field, I will do everything in my power to make sure USF covers that game. Don't take that as a threat, UTSA, but it might be. Houston, once again, fading your own team. I mean, it's crazy. Comrade and Bulgogi are on UCF this week, and you are still fading. I'll give you props for having 2 weekday games, but I mean, dude, just one of these weeks, you got to take UCF. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I get what you're saying. But one of these weeks, I need you to buy in on UCF. I need you to buy in on UCF and put your money behind it, man. I got to see it. I know how much you care about that team. I got to see you actually believe in it 1 week. I need it. Georgia, betting on Georgia again. I can't believe you didn't mention that bad beat. Makes me think you didn't see it. I'll be honest with you. But I feel like you would have seen it on Twitter or something. So I'm shocked you didn't mention that bad beat out of you with Stockton kneeling at the 1. TAMU, another guy on Texas A&M. Oregon, finally, someone has faded Iowa. I feel better about that. And then Vandy, once again, I don't know really what to think about that, but I don't mind it. Tulane plus 5.5 and Tulane underdog money line plus 190. All right. Do not mind any of it, man. Do not mind any of it. You did go 2-5 with the underdog loss last week. You did do that. So I'm rooting for you to do a little bit better this week, as long as it's not Oregon. So great stuff, Dr. Nitro. That being said, in classic fashion, tradition even, we're going to go to your arch nemesis, Dr. Spreadham. And there are some things that need to be talked about with Dr. Spreadham first. There were some serious allegations levied against this man last week by Mr. Six here, and possibly by myself. I'm not going to take accountability, but possibly by myself. He saw the message, was deeply upset, and has something to say about it. He has something to say about it. So I'm gonna give Dr. Spreadham the floor, quite literally. I will give him the whole screen, and I will let him plead his case. And we'll talk about his football bets after.
It has come to my attention that there are some allegations that have been levied against me that I need to address. First, I want to say they are completely and utterly false. They are not true in the slightest. Okay? I don't know who you are, motherfucker. Mr. Sixth Year? Mr. Bitch Year? More like Mr. Maybe fucking next year, buddy. Okay? You think I want nudes from a guy who's 2-27? If I was hitting up any guy for nudes, it would be a stud. Somebody who wins bets, like Bulgogi. Not you. I definitely do not want nudes from a guy who has a success rate lower than communism. Speaking of communism, Comrade Nichols, have you seen that guy bend over? You don't hold a candle to him. Not even close. Maybe in your wildest dreams. I'd ask for him for nudes before I asked you for nudes. All right? Speaking of dick pics, Cover 2 brought up a great point. And ironically, I know Cover 2 is the last person to be talking about dick pics. The majority of the people on this show okay? So I don't want to hear shit from you two again. All right? No more false allegations or I will sue your ass into the ground. But you don't have any money left because you've given it all to Hard Rock already. So I guess that would just be a waste of everybody's time, huh? regardless, I sent cover 2 my bets. He's going to throw them up on the screen, tail him, or fade Mr. 60, or if you want to make money this week. I was the one guy that didn't want this motherfucker kicked off the show for how ass he is. But you've picked the wrong one. You picked the wrong one.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, you caught the dodgeball and just gunned it right back, man. It wasn't enough for you to just deflect those allegations, which you provided no proof of deflecting, I might say. But to come back at me like that, come back at 6 year like that, I don't know how to feel about it. I wanted to apologize to you, but I don't think I want to anymore. What you had to say about me, which the audience will probably not hear, it was despicable. It was despicable things, some of which I told you in private, some of which you made up. And I think I'm going to have to get you back for that. I think I'm going to have to get you back for that, Dr. Spreadham. You've got 5 bets for us this week. I know you want me to talk about what you just said more, but I think you spoke for yourself. I think the audience can fill in the blanks. All right, buddy. There's enough going on this week for me to really dive in to what you have chosen to say on air after I give you the floor, matter of fact. After I give you a chance for redemption. You know, that's what you choose to do to me. So I have an idea on how I'm going to present your bets. I think I'm going to go ahead and go to that now. Put your bets right here. Have a little voiceover.
Hello, my name is Dr. Spreadham. I love American football, not like the evil Japanese. I will never forgive the Japanese. Here are my football bets. I am very smart, so I will win them all, even if I'm short and gay. This week I will win $1 million. Then I can buy unlimited fried rice. Hard Rock is a filthy, dirty Mongolian. I will crush them like Ming Dynasty. Have fun, everybody. Goodbye.
Now we'll get all frozen and cut out, and we're back. Cool. I'm not going to comment on what just happened. I'm not going to comment on it. We're going to keep rolling. Mr. 6 year was on the channel last week. Hot topic of action. He's coming back in with a couple more bets. I will be honest. Mr. 6 year is across the country hiking Yosemite National Park right now, I believe. One of those national parks. So he doesn't have his video in yet. I've got his bets. I'm going to hit a quick pause, splice him in, and then just talk about his bets. So, Mr. 6 year, what do you got to say?
Hey guys, Mr. 6 here again. In nature. You know the book had to fly out there. Biggest donator. You know, we're here at Grand Teton National Park. 1-4 last week? No. Fuck it. Bad week last week. Come back at you with 4 more though. I got EMU Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan -1.5, Stanford UNC, UNC -7.5, JMU Marshall, JMU -13.5, TAMU Mizzou over 47.5 points, and then underdog Temple at +210. You fucking bums should go outside and stop being degenerates.
And then we're back. You've got 4 bets. You're with me on EMU. Cool, buddy. No one else bets on EMU but me and you, I believe. So, yeah, I'll take it. You're also with me and Biko on JMU. Yikes. If there are 2 people on the channel I don't want to share a bet with, it's Biko and it's 6 year, and they're both with me. That being said, they're big energy guys. So if JMU hits, the text messages are going to be going off. They're going to be going off. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good time if JMU hits for all 3 of us. So, yeah. Hell yeah. UNC, betting on belly. Whoa. And then TAMU Mizzou under over. Yeah, sure. My comments on the Texas A&M game kind of align with this. Like I said, if the game goes the other way, maybe not. But sure, I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all. I noticed you didn't totally have a comment on spread them, so we might hear from you in that response last week. If we get a little inter-channel drama going, that could be fun. That could be exciting. And that being said, that's going to be it for the boys. I know what you're thinking. LeDrew is MIA once again. And I think he's dead. I think LeDrew's dead. I'll be honest with you. It's sad. We'll probably hold a little funeral for him either right now or next week. But I think LeDrew's gone. He's going to say something like, oh, dude, work's been super busy. Oh, dude, I've been doing a bunch of stuff with the house. Oh, dude, X, Y, Z. He's just not here. LeDrew's just not bought in anymore. And it's unfortunate. Didn't play all that great to start. Got pulled in a couple games and is hitting the transfer portal with 4 games left in the season. That's LeDrew's hitting a Tommy Castellanos on us right now. That's what LeDrew's doing. He sucks. He gets benched, and he dips. He's gone. This is the second week he's missed. Didn't even send plays. Didn't give us anything to go off. So it's unfortunate. So everyone who commented happy birthday to Comrade Nichols earlier, please go back to the comments and curse LeDrew. Curse him. Voodoo doll him. Make him feel the wrath of this channel for what he's done in the betrayal and the, giving up so close to the end of the season. That being said, we're also going to miss the directive this week. Another unfortunate loss. The man's preoccupied. That's all there is to be to say about that. Now, the difference is that I'm a pretty firm believer we might get one more appearance out of LeDrew. I believe the directive will be back. I believe he'll be back. So I'm not all that concerned about that. Sometimes you just got to miss a week, and that's okay. Sometimes you got to take a little break. Sometimes you got to go to a pumpkin patch Saturday morning with your girlfriend like a fucking bum instead of watching ball. And you're going to miss a couple games. It is what it is. But that's the boys. We got a lot of bets this week out of the boys. Everyone's got a different underdog money line, which this might be the first time all year that's happened. That's sweet. I've got 9 bets. It's the first time in a couple weeks. I've been over 7, so that's cool. I like a lot of bets. I'm coming off a bad week. It's a sneaky matchup week. A lot of great G5 ball this week. There's going to be a big upset. I can fucking feel it. There's going to be a big upset this Saturday, and I hope to God I'll be watching. I hope to God you'll be watching. I'll be back next week. Enjoy Saturday, boys. Enjoy Friday. Have a blessed one. Happy birthday, comrade. Let's get it.